Hello there. We have returned. The results of the last session are that I do actually now have a punishment. So, as you see, it says set. I've got to change my game to set mode for the rest of the way. Which, if anything, is probably a way for me to speed up the game until they eventually get a punishment that lands on me that makes my Judas go bye-bye. But, until then, I get to just blitz through the game, so that's nice. And then, yeah, so I'll do that once the timer is on. You'll see it on screen because it's part of the game is like applying and executing these things as, you know, timer's got to be on. So I don't think there's anything else I have to say other than, you know, my assessment and big shock since I wiped, I am behind the other two. However, they have more things that waste their time, obviously, as they had punishments from the last time, and then I think, Tristan got 2 of them this time out of the 3, where I got the 3rd, so, and Michael got, was it 2 of them? Yeah, I got 2 of them the first time, so I still have the least amount of punishments, so I think I'm in a great spot, but without further ado, I think we are ready to go. Why is this not working? Hold on. Let me... I didn't do anything yet, right? So that works out nicely. Why is the countdown messed up? I mean, I'll fix it while we're in live here. I don't care. Is it? Oh, yeah. Okay. In the process of making the previous. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So we fixed it. No need to like stop and start recording. I think we're good. Okay, so first things first is we need to go to set mode, right? That's which also I didn't ever do that. So set mode, boom, and we confirm. So next order of business is actually go heal because last time I didn't actually go heal. I didn't have the time to get there, but. There's also TMs here, and then also this should be a lot crisper. It's because I forgot to do that last time. I removed the outlines, but I didn't up the other stuff, so none of these are super amazing, but transform, god fucking. I wanted to see if I could see what TM is, but I did not see. So in any case, we go in here because we are due for a fight and another mon. But first we can pick up the luxury balls. I don't think it matters what order I do these in. So I don't know that anyone else gives you anything, and since I don't know, I will start to try to do some actual things at the same time instead of my normal way of playing, which I've been doing a lot of, and just immediately saying, oh yeah, by the way, I know it doesn't look like it's a race, but it's still a race. So I will... Maybe this time this is where I have a big advantage and I try to overtake. But we'll see. You never know what's going to happen. I can't guarantee that it will, but what I can guarantee is that I will be Dragon Raging through as much as the game lets me. Like, until I'm forced to not do it, there is no logical reason that I shouldn't be. And it was fun to watch the other episodes all on Call Together. That was, I think, a good idea from Michael, so that it keeps the camaraderie that it was always a part of when we used to do Cutthroats, because we used to do it in real time, you know, in Call together, right? So it's like on Discord, so that did, I feel like, captured it a little bit more. Yeah, so the easiest choice of my life here. And and since I have now seen also the episode 1s, I know what the other two have been up to, right? And it's so funny to watch. Michael's miserable trying to just like he's like actively doing like everything to speed through the game, but he's also like bitching and complaining the entire time because it's just like he wants to go get items and explore more because that's how he normally plays. So very funny. And then Tristan is bitching from having to do voices, and that also Michael has bitching because his punishment basically anytime we hit story, both of them are just bitching because they can't just like button mash through it immediately, right? Like even Michael doesn't have something that like forces him to stay on it long, but he has to like stop, take a picture, send it in the group chat, then go. So I think it is a funny situation that it's basically anytime we run into story stuff, they're both miserable, whereas I just get to button mash and just not think. So, will that be forever? Who knows? But it's a situation for now, so we need to take advantage of that. I don't know how many balls I have, so I think I probably should have stopped at the Pokemon Center first if I wanted to be as efficient as possible, but I don't know that I'm going to be doing that realistically. We have 10 potions here. Let's grab 5 supers. I normally do like 5 of everything, but I think if I just have a stock of like 2 of everything, I think it's fine. Like the purpose of why I always do 5 normally is just to basically have it and then, not worry about it later. Which I don't have money for repels currently, and I think I'm okay with that. I don't... Like, repels are nice, and it does save time, clearly, but I don't think it's the worst thing in the world if I just get experience on everything. So... I think I can live with having medicine more than not having the medicine, basically, right? So that is at least my thought process for now, and we can take the Charizardite off as well. Or that was not a Charizardite, what the fuck? I'm dumb. He gives it separately, so what was it? Rock Incense. Oh, that's pretty nice, actually. And I should probably actually look at... We do have a rock move, but that's more minus attack, but it's whatever. The special attack is very serviceable, so let's get our Route 5 encounter. Kadabra. So I will throw a ball immediately because I expect this to possibly teleport away. But I think I'm still in the stage where I really do not want to skip encounters if I can help it. But also, I do have to consider that if it's taking too long, I'm not sticking around, kind of thing. And at least this isn't running away, so... Maybe it's a good sign. Yeah, sweet. I will still nickname things that I want to call them, because if I just do gibberish to speed up, then I'm not gonna refer to them by their nicknames. So I personally don't want that, but it is a valid strategy, obviously, in a race. So no issues there. So the funny thing is, I do know that Protect is wide guard. So like if I just spam Icy Wind, they always at like any time they could always just still have it, or they could just wide guard, which would be very funny in double battles. It's something I'll have to consider. I don't know how many force double battles there are throughout the game, but it is something I need to keep in the back of my mind. That I think for, obviously for single battles, I'm happy that something as widespread as return is not anything threatening, right? Like, so I think that's a general positive. It's just in the case of double battles, wide guard always exists, and obviously we do not need protect. At least I have Icy Wind as a spread move currently, right? I don't know that I'll always have spread moves, but spread moves obviously do help make things go faster. So there's no way Dragon Rage kills this in one, so I will just Icy Wind for maybe that killing instead. Definitely has too much HP. But since we're pretty high level, we don't have to only use Dragon Rage. However, it's just very strong. Yeah, that was a bit risky on my part, I admit, but at the same time, I don't know what else I was supposed to do. So, this might be a problem, since it is speed boosting up. I'm just hoping I'm bulky enough that I tank this, and I don't get crit. Okay, I did get crit, but I did tank it, so that's good. So yeah, so like I can still die to things. It's just I kind of have to play as if I'm never gonna get crit on Judas. I think is kind of the reality. Which also I should probably put. Nope, hold up.
If you've been injured in an accident,
that's not worth it. So I will go back because I need to heal anyway, but yeah, like I think what I was saying, I have to kind of play like I'm never gonna get crit because otherwise I'm gonna play a lot slower and play too scared, right? Whereas the whole advantage here is supposed to be that if I have something that can just kind of get through the game quickly, I need to take advantage of that, right? So I think that basically the intent right now is that I should be able to get through. Where's the God? Yeah, I should give this to Brick just in case. Brick is the next most likely to go into battle. So I think that the game plan right now is just get through what I can with Judas and hope that Brick can also contribute and cover up for any situations where Judas might struggle. Although in theory, really, it's like fairies would be more that, but I forgot this thing has too much agent. I should have agent powered, but whatever, it's fine. I think we're fine. And I do want to fight trainers still, get the experience, because I have to basically plan for when eventually a wheel spin forces me to stop using Judas is kind of the game plan here. So, was that Oranberry worth it? Probably not, but I couldn't help myself. So, it's fine. So, even if I'm going at a slightly slower pace than I could be, I think getting the experience across the team is probably worth it, right? Because also that's also another thing. I might not have access to the XP share the whole time either. So I think that's also, while I have it, I should take advantage kind of situation. So I guess this is more like end game planning than like race planning. I don't kill it with Dragon Rage, but it doesn't kill me either. I can't imagine. So, okay, well, yeah, Icy Wind is just strong. So I'm starting to get to the point where it's like if it's fully evolved mons, I guess Icy Wind is probably just better than Dragon Rage. So I think at least the Dragon Rage of Reign of Terror is starting to fade away. Like it's not fully away yet, but it basically caught me up to everyone else. Like not fully, because like I said, I was still behind everyone, but it gives me a fighting chance, I guess is the better way to put it. Is that it basically, me losing 15 minutes on the first run, oh my god, we already get Ice Beam? That's insane. I also have to take off in prison, because if I run into something with Transform again, I will lose. So I cannot have Imprison on this. But yeah, okay, now that I have Ice Beam, that changes the order of moves here. And that, actually at this point, I'm probably, yeah, I'm clicking Ice Beam on everything. And I am Assault Vest, which is great. Charge Beam. Electric coverage isn't bad if it can go on certain stuff. And by certain stuff, I mean literally this. I don't need Icy Wind anymore. If I have Ice Beam, Icy Wind it can miss. And in a speed game, I think that is less important. But I will just put Charge Beam on Crush for now, because the special attack is similar, and I'm not clicking Withdraw. So we can always change it later. The benefits of this being Gen 6, right? So we can just teach TMs ad nauseum, and I guess everything I can think of is like, oh, it could be a punishment later, and I don't have access to this all of a sudden, right? Like, I don't know if that's the right way to think of everything, but I would think there's a chance that maybe someone does a punishment based off of, you know, not being able to use TMs or for a certain amount of time, or maybe items, you know, stuff like that. So, like, those are always possible, and not that I'm gonna do the same thing that fucking Michael did. Gonna go past the item ball and then go back. And then, oh yeah, here's Entei, which was Tristan's starter, so he had a good start with that. I mean, whatever, I'm probably not going to deal with. Aqua Jet is very nice. I don't want to click rollout. I don't care if it's less coverage. I'm not clicking it. And then here's the issue of not buying repels, is because I'm doing this going through the grass. Like, I probably could have avoided this altogether, and that was it worth it? Probably not. But like I said, I'm okay with the decision. Like, I want my money first to go to medicine, because if I have the medicine, then I'm good. And as always, that's another thing that maybe we won't have access to going forward at some point, but up to this point, no one's done that. And also, the next time we have both a reward and a punishment coming up, so I think that I could possibly remedy some of the potential issues going forward if I need to, through hopefully just getting one of the rewards, right? Maybe it can cancel out any possible punishments I get. Like, not literally, but at least as far as like how we're doing in the game, right? I think just like it's like, hey, if we get a step back from a punishment, but we then get some boost from from a reward, then that would be also very nice. Which also, because I've also seen where, oh my god, the fuck, where everyone else is at. Since I'm fighting way more trainers, I am way higher level than everyone else, I'm pretty sure. Right, like at the top end, obviously, for sure, but maybe not at the low end of the team. But we're probably getting in that realm. That I am definitely have the highest levels mons, even if I was not as far as everyone else. Which I think sets me up better for the future, right? It's like the theory of speeding through only works if you don't have any hiccups along the way. And I just think that's unrealistic, right? And I think everyone does. Like that's not a crazy take by any means, right? Like shit's gonna happen. So like we've all had deaths already, right? I don't have any deaths in this run, but obviously I literally had to restart, right? So you know I had the 2 deaths in the previous run, and then what's it called? Billy Capsule might come up. That's pretty nice. And then both of them have had deaths on theirs. Ooh, Power Gem for Thief. I don't know if anyone can learn Thief that I would want to put Power Gem on, but you know what? They are special attackers. Power Gem is a strong move, so this can't be bad. And sick. Also, having seen Michael go through and pick up some hidden items means that I now know where some hidden items are that I didn't know before. Like I don't expect to be. Oh, I can't go that way. I know that. Yeah. Is that if you're behind and you watch the other people do things, you can formulate, oh, this is what I want to do differently. And so that's also something that I didn't think about before this, but now that we're in it, it's an interesting thing. It's which obviously that's similar to how it works in the normal format that we. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I'm willing to fight trainers. How we normally play the game, right? Since we're all like playing side by side. That's a normal aspect where it's like I don't even think about it. It's just like, oh yeah, you can see how people are doing things and you can adjust accordingly in live time. The only difference in this is that we are doing it. We are doing it, with hourly updates, basically, right? So, I think that with that knowledge, I can gain some advantages right now, but there's a good chance that I get past. Like if I'm not just playing as slow as this throughout, barring something happening to Judas, I should take the lead at some point, right? I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. I think Michael and Tristan can agree with me that I probably have the setup to actually go the fastest. I just have not chosen to do so yet. But that doesn't mean I won't at some point, right? I think, obviously, I'm willing to fight more trainers, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to fight like every trainer on on this route, for example, right? I don't see it necessary to do so, but maybe I'll just fight the ones that are right next to where I'm getting the encounter. So we'll see how I feel. I think I'm not just gonna be strict on anything that I'm doing. It's like other than obviously like what's required of me. Like anything that's like, oh, I can change my mind in the moment, then I will do so. Right? So I'll just fight them because I don't mind doing so. Also, what a great doubles squad right there. Potential and Tubbs, like I'm jealous. These two, I want what they have. Like they're, sometimes people get upset seeing others live their dreams, but I'm happy for them that they found each other. A Tubbs lover and a potential lover. They go together in my mind. So we'll try to catch this as my Route 7 encounter. Sick. Togepi will probably stay in the box for the meantime. But definitely usable. I forget if does this need Dawnstone? For the evolution from Togekiss to Toga, or from Togetic to Togekiss. Because if that's the case, I do have access to the Dawnstone. So that is something that I will have to think about going forward. Is that I might have to make a trip back to, I don't know place names and I don't want to look at the map, so, but the place with the first gym. And I probably have to say it aloud so that I'm reminded that I have to do that. Because otherwise I will forget. But also, one of the stupidest things ever. Putting HMs in optional places. Just crazy that they would do such a thing. But whatever. I will... I will just, complain about it in a moment, so... There's that. So, there are more items here. I'm just thinking of if I should go get them. Like, I think I don't mind getting, like, the item balls. Like, that might be useful later, but I don't... Anything that's hidden is probably not worth it at this point. Because I don't know where they are, so it'd just be me clicking around, and clicking around is kind of a waste of time. Especially because if I'm doing it aimlessly, like unless I know where something is. But I'm willing to try and get the item balls that are not difficult to get, that I can do quickly. So I guess I'm trying to do like half measures on the speed through the game, but also if I ever pick up an item that just changes the complexion of the game. Like one of them has a lucky egg, for example, so like that matters, and obviously I have the Luck Incense and the Assault Vest, so like those I think warp the game enough so to be like worth the if it took a little time to go get that, but you don't know that it's worth it until you get it, right? So it's a catch-22 of, well, is this item worth it? Yes, no. In the moment, might not seem like it, but I think I would rather just get the items that I know about. I think watching back, I probably skipped I think I skipped an item ball somewhere. That if I'm forgetting what route, 4, I think. And a trainer fight when I was trying to do trainer fights. Okay, Fairy Lock as Protect is honestly probably fine. Like I'm never gonna use it, but it's also not threatening. It's kind of the same idea as Wide Guard, where these are moves that can now go on like everything, but thus, oh my fucking god, I fucked it up. That was an amateur move on my part. But I think that means that I just won't have to face threatening stuff, right? So I know there's TMs and items here on Route 6, but it'll take me time to go get it. And I think the time amount spent is probably not worth it for what an average item can be as far as usefulness goes. Ancient Power, yeah, why not? Water Gun is so low power that I'm fine with getting rid of it until I get a better move. Which I did since we rewatched together, right? I mentioned that I did complain about a lot of water types having Water Gun, so it's like you're shit out of luck till you get like Water Pulse, usually. And so that's kind of the same logic here. Okay. They are actually gonna kill me. Like, they're gonna be so pissed. Like, oh my, okay, sure. So like I talked about last time how they would be super pissed, or they were not gonna be thrilled, at least with seeing, what's it called, seeing my new and improved start. Oh, it has takedown, that's not good. So I think I can't attack it anymore. So I think this is the time where we just start chucking balls, but yeah, they're really not going to be thrilled if I catch this. Like, while it is another Dragon Rage user, that's, you know, I think it's just it's a Garchomp. Like, that's the bigger headline there, I would argue. Like, Dragon Rage is starting to get less useful. It still is useful. Don't get that twisted. But I think Garchomp is just such a good one. Like, if I'm just gonna run through with just strong dragons, like, you know, it limits what I can lose to, right? Like, very much puts me in, I think, a very favorable spot. However, I will say, at least up to now, you know, I'm using up this time to try to catch it, because of course, like, this is something that goes on the team immediately, duh, for all three of us. I don't think that's a question, so I think that it's worth spending the time on, and the resources.
Hi, I'm
also.
accident attorney Kevin Crockett.
Kevin,
if you've been injured in an accident,
right
you
now.
have a lot.
The only injury in an accident that could possibly happen right now is if I throw my controller because I don't catch this, but I wouldn't do that because I think I'm still in a fine spot even if I don't catch it. Like, yes, it'll be unfortunate, but I mean, all of us are going to have situations, I think, where we spend a lot of time to try to catch something and just it doesn't work out. Like, that's just part of the game. So, boom, we got it. I guess I should say, in the spirit of competition, suck it, Michael. You couldn't catch Zygarde. I got the better Dragon Ground type in Garchomp, so boom. Obviously, the nickname is Cynthia. Never a doubt. And Cynthia's going right on the team. That's not something we can debate here. So I missed out on the Citrus Berry, which I believe Michael, when he got here, he was able to keep the Citrus Berry, which is nice, objectively. But my concern was always going to be catch them on, you know, first and foremost, and if I can retain the Citrus Berry, great. But I didn't think that was ever a priority. Quiet nature is not the ideal nature, but it's a freaking Garchomp. Like, it's Cynthia. Like, I don't care, man. Actually, for right now, I think these are more useful than Kadabra. It's the theory of what I talk about a lot of base stats early game, basically, where base stats are just king in the early game, right? Because you're not guaranteed to have everything fully evolved for yourself right now, and that definitely is a huge advantage if you have high base stats. So I think we will keep on moving along. I could put something in here, but I don't think it's... Actually, is it worth putting anything in there? I'm almost tempted to put... It's out, I didn't realize that. I'm tempted to put something in there, actually. I'm going to, actually. Like, unironically, I think this is... like, not a bad idea. Because it's just free levels while I'm playing the game. I don't know if I want to also do Koga P as well. You know what? Fuck it. For right now, let's just do it. What am I waiting for? Because these are just Pokemon that obviously I'm not using right now, so I'm going to do this and see if maybe that'll help me down the road, maybe it won't. I don't know. I also do have to remember that I'm doing that, right? Also, I said Route 7 for that one. It was Route 6 for the last encounter. This is Route 7, so I should be getting my encounter. So, let me do that right now. That's a great encounter. I would love this to be a new addition to the team. Now the question becomes, does it have more than 40 HP? Because if it does, I would love to attack it with that. But I don't know that for sure, since it is still a Hone Edge. If it was a double blade, I think I probably would have. But also it's low HP Mon anyway, so we will see if we can catch this. Ghost Steel is insane, so I'm very excited about this. As my voice obviously reflects, you know, I always let you know when I'm excited. Don't you worry. Let me see. I mean, I got nothing creative, so it's just Blade. Blade seems not bad. I think in this case, I think we're actually gonna do a little switch swap. I'm wasting some money here if I do what I'm about to do, but I think what I am going to do is, oh my god, I'm struggling here. Actually, no. I want levels on those because they need to evolve, so it's fine. It's fine. Let's keep it moving. I'm fine with fighting the trainers again. I don't feel the need to not fight them for any particular reason, because I want to get levels on everything that's in the party. Because I think by this point, looking at my team, I think that even if Judas is ripped away from me, that I've now put myself in a spot where I can I could feel confident about the team, that I can. Obviously, I don't want to take that hit, but I will keep referring to it because in the event it happens, I think I am in a very good spot. Ice Beam is the same strength as Ancient Power, so. And do I have something better to go into here? Probably this. Just in case it has some strong psychic move, I don't know. I just don't have any hit moves that will hit it very well anyway. So, I don't think it's... I'm not one-shotting with Chip Away, I don't think, so I'm fine with just switching to make sure that everything's fine. Yeah, okay, well, that probably would have never done enough, but if I can play safe where I can, great. Never gonna complain, especially in double battle. Like, double battles are tricky with just... if anything can ever double target. That's just, like, we're not built for fighting and taking 2 moves every turn, right? Like, that's just not... That's never been how I've felt throughout playing the games, right? So you're basically always just hoping that they don't double target when you're in double battle. But in any case, head empty, Cynthia, just a fight. I think it is. Oh yeah, it's a multi-battle, right? Yeah. I'm kind of rocking out the music a little bit. A little charge beam. But yeah, I think that I should find something more to talk about than just how good of a spot I think I'm in, because I feel like that's all I've talked about up to this point. Flamethrower, damn. Got the moves. But I will always lean on talking about what's on the screen. Of course, first and foremost, that'll always be on my mind first. So, obviously, that will be most of what I'm doing. But otherwise, crunch is better than bite, sick. Like, it's gonna sound like I'm complaining, but I'm not. No, we don't need to totemize. That I do have a lot of minus attack nature things that I would prefer not to be. But I've also, I will note, and what I'm currently saying right now is that I think they're such good mons that it doesn't matter. Like Brick is very strong regardless of minus attack nature. And I think the same thing goes for Crush. Because they're just good mons, right? Which I will go back and heal, because it's a straight shot. And yeah, look at this beautiful roller skating. I did not mention it when fighting the roller skating girl. I didn't mention it for anything previously, but Michael and Tristan know I love the roller skating mechanic. Michael is a hater on it, and I think Tristan's kind of neutral on it. I don't actually know. It maybe just doesn't feel anything super strong about it. You know, I'll buy 15. Fuck it. I just want to not have to. I want to hopefully, since I have a decent amount of money to start the game, I kind of want to just have stuff and then not have to worry about it. It's like the mindset I'm going for. But in any case, I didn't teach anything cut. I don't know that I'm going to. So I probably should just go through here and get my connecting cave encounter. This is someone who heals, huh? Fuck me. I always forget about that. Rotom Heat. Very good encounter. I think I am in a really good spot, as I just said I was going to try and not keep saying. But I can't help myself. Objectively, this looks like a good spot, right? Also, I was going to water gun this, but I don't want to anymore. I have realized I don't want to do that. I don't think it'll kill, but like, if I crit, it definitely does, so that's my main concern. But also, it can't hit me, but you know, I'll slam it. If it dies, that's on me. But I didn't think it would, so obviously to a crit it would. Again, that's whereas I think water gun could have still killed and without crit was my logic. Oh baby, we got a Rotom Heat. So now the question becomes, am I supposed to I'm still pretty slow with the whatnot, the nicknaming process, but the question becomes, should I be replacing Crush or Head Empty with Baked, the newly caught Baked, and just for type diversity? Wow, Jesus, we are just getting such good encounters. Like, there's nothing else I can say about it. There's no way this has less than 40 HP. Oh, Roar, but it failed, so that's lucky me there. I'm very happy that did not happen. But like, so it's an Intimidate, Arcanine. There's now a, you know, obviously Baked we already have caught, so I shouldn't get ahead of myself here with a potential hot dog here is my usual name for Arcanine. So like, there's an argument to be made that I should be swapping out Crush or Head Empty for Hot Dog or Baked. But I think in the least surprising thing I could tell you, I don't want to. My philosophy of the more the merrier for water types. Big shock there, right? Let me go around. I can get some items. This is another one that it's not that much of a time waste to go get this item, right? Like burn drive, will it matter? Probably not, but in the case it does, great, right? Like I think as always, I have to cost analysis. Is it worth it, my time, for the average item? Which, in theory, though, the average item is probably not usable. If we're being like honest about like a actual assessment, is that in most cases your random item is not usable, right? It's like extremely situational item. This shit has like no actual moves, so I will put this Sand Tomb, even though Sand Tomb kind of blows. So also now that we're here, a major difference between Cynthia and Judas, proving what I said earlier a little bit more. I guess Cynthia's equally, or not equally, but similarly tanky. But because we got Ice Beam, Judas is just possibly the best early Dragon Rage user we could have gotten. I don't know, like off the top of my head, if that's necessarily true, but it's hard to think of another one that would be better, right? And it's Kyurem White on top of that, not even Kyurem Black. So like even just within Kyurems, it's better. But all the Kyurems are good. Like like obviously. Tubbs, nice. Tubbs, I will not do that. And I guess because I bought the repels, let's just do it. I think Tubbs is the reminder of like, hey, you don't have to kill every Wildmon, which I will not do right now. And I do see that item ball, but I'm not gonna go get it. It's fine. I will fight the trainers though, because if I'm skipping out on the EXP, then I do need to get it elsewhere, right? And also, we're coming to Amrit Town, which is huge for both myself and... Do I just get rid of Dragon Rage altogether? I kind of like Ancient Power for the coverage. You know what? I think you don't need it anymore. This might be controversial to other people. I mean, I don't think it's controversial in any way, but like it might be a hot take-ish, or maybe it's a lukewarm. Who knows? But I'll have to pull Tristan and Michael after this, or when we inevitably watch this. That this will be the time where I will go to the audience and ask, hey, do you think, would you have done the same thing, right? And I definitely did this wrong. I forgot I should go over here. Oh my god. To go get the item ball. Like has it run its course of it's more useful than anything else, right? Like, I think I have enough coverage that I'm just gonna like hit everything fine. So I think I don't need Dragon Rage, but I did interrupt my thought because as I fucking always do that.
Hi, I'm accident attorney Kevin Crockett.
Kevin Crockett, not right now, buddy. But I think that I can stop using repels for now. That because we're in Amrit Town, that there's a couple things that are huge here. One, and most important, we get the old rod. Huge. So we will put that old rod registered, and that means encounters. But two, Amrit Town means fossils, and in the first episode, I was able to both. Is there any items over here? I could have saved time if there wasn't. Okay, good. Iron plate, that was worth it. I like it. All right, so let's get the encounter for Amrit Town. But okay, so I keep jumping all over the place, but if you've ever watched anything from me before, right, which, again, Tristan and Michael, you obviously have, yeah, I do this whole time, so they already know what they're in for when they're watching a video of mine. But In any case, since I keep getting distracted, I need to focus up and go back to what I was saying about the importance of Amber Town. The importance being fossils. So I found one and bought one, which I believe funny enough, Tristan also did, right? And so I think we are both going to be very excited to be in Amber Town because that's just 2 free mons that we don't even have to spend time to what's it called? To catch, right? So I think that's a huge advantage. That's why I was very adamant about getting enough money to be able to buy before I left because I didn't want to have to return. Oh my god, I thought I'm glad I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, oh, because I normally play on 300% and that's so funny. But we will try again since we just caught my cargo for Amber Town. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, oh, since I'm used to, I fuck it up all the time on the 300 speed, so that like I shouldn't fuck it up on 200 speed. But apparently that's just not true, as I'm showcasing. So I was gonna say it out loud and be confident about it, but clearly I did not. I don't have the hands for this. I'm sold man hands. I don't know what to tell you. Also, because I'm half the time I'm like going back and forth looking between the two screens rather than like actually focusing on the one screen. So, like obviously it's looking at the OBS, right, is the other screen that I'm referring to, but just to like make sure everything's still going. Because if there's any issues during it, I wouldn't know. And we saw with Michaels that he missed some things, like he had the timer was just like straight up not on the screen for a while. Like the way I have it set up, there's no way for that to happen, right? Like it's the timer and all the text that you see, like the punishment thing, also like it's in OBS, so those will never go away. Also, sick. We got a stun fist. It's just unique typing, and I don't mind that. I know what I'm inspired. I literally just watched Noah's 3rd episode, and he named was it not Lampant, the first stage, the basic of that line. God, Litwick. He named it Wax Susan. So, in honor of Wax Susan, because I thought that was just a great nickname, I'm gonna name the Stunfisk Flat Susan. So, I think that is a good name. I think I have to. If I go in here, it doesn't do anything yet, right? Or okay, no. I guess we do have to go in here to like activate it, maybe. Or this is like what tells us, hey, go to where you go. But I don't think we can cash in the fossils yet. I think we have to complete the cave first. So. Yeah, okay, I was like, I knew someone gave us a helmet, so I think we'll put the helmet on to head empty for now. I know I'm collecting items and I'm not like using everyone, but I still want to be prepared for when they do need to be sent out, which so far I've been using pretty much only 3 mons. But this is also, I know it's a time waste, but Route 9. It's again, I will repeat it. I don't expect you to remember because I need to stop doing that. That's for me. That's not saying to like prove it to everyone else, like, oh yeah, I'm getting this count. It's like, I want to say it out loud so that I know. Okay, Fletchender's crazy, because Gale Wings is broken in this gen. So, I'm very happy about this encounter. I think every encounter I've gotten in this episode has been great. Like, I think objectively, I have not had a bad encounter yet, right? Like you could argue that Togepi is maybe lackluster for this part of the game just because it's not going to be fully evolved, but I'm looking at it like long term. Like, would I love to have a Togekiss on my team at some point? Yeah, hell yeah. And that's how I feel about every single mon so far. Is there something I can hit it with that won't do a million damage? I think I'm already starting to get like really strong movesets that I don't really have the like just like really weak move other than on Blade, but I don't want to risk Blade in any fashion if I don't have to. So I think I will just do this a little bit. Maybe, you know, if I see enough moves and decide it doesn't have a fire move, then I'll go into Blade. But I'm starting to get to that point. You know what? Let's see it, Blade. You got. Let me shadow sneak it. Yeah, it did nothing, so that's great. We can get it to yellow. Flame body's annoying, but I don't really intend to attack anymore. Am I rough skin? No, which is fine. It's probably better than I know. I do have Rocky Helmet if I care to do that, but I don't currently. So I'm just gonna go into this not to attack it, but I'm just going. Oh, flail. Okay. Well, I mean, realistically, if I burn heal, I could just stay in because we've now seen every move, and it's only got flying and normal attacking moves. So I could stay in, but this does the same purpose. Crush and Blade can both handle this job of just sitting here while I chuck balls. And there we go. Very nice. I'm very happy. I'm just gonna name him Blaze. I don't think I don't have like a preset name or anything, but Blaze just feels good in my mind. No. I should repel up. That's what I keep getting reminded as we go. I have the repels. I should use them. So let's set up that repel. I know I'm burned, but I could just not use Blade while I'm here in lieu of healing. Oh, I'm dumb. Let me do that first. So, like, for the interest of speed, Sunstone is nice. Yeah, I do like going backwards as much as I can because it looks funny. But sometimes you gotta. Oh yeah, nice. I like that. I don't like that as much, but again, didn't take much time up, so I don't care. So I will be curious since I'm obviously winding down, and this is the area I'm gonna end in. Most likely, whether it's directly in the cave or not. I don't actually want to go all the way over there, because I know there's the flying trainer, but I don't know if there's an item over there, and since I don't know, oh my god, please. Well, we've all done this also, is that we like run past everything. Our control of our character has been atrocious across the board. I don't think anyone will be offended. Me pointing that out and saying like, hey, fuck me, I used another repel, god damn it. Is that our character model control, as far as the mechanics of the game go, has been just bad across the board. Like, I think we suck at it, but since we all suck at it, I think it makes it fine. Like, I will say, I guess Michael did it the least, probably. So if I had to choose, I know I'm definitely the worst offender. Like before anyone gets any pitchforks, I know I'm having the worst time with it. Is that I am not successfully navigating the overworld in an efficient manner very often. And I mentioned that I'm gonna sit on like a million benches throughout this, because that's just, I'm gonna run into them. So we got King Gang here. Very nice. The box is getting so strong, like holy. And I think my decision to put the Bliss and fuck, what did I name Kadabra? I don't remember what I named Kadabra, I'll be honest. Whatever the fuck I named Kadabra. Sorry, I forgot your name, dog. Though putting them in the daycare, I think now looks genius, because they're probably lower priority to use than everything else that has been caught in this episode. So I think just getting the free levels for just in case for later is actually now looks like so much smarter. Because what my one thought was that, like, if I need to use them, like, what am I gonna do, right? Like, I think that it is. Fuck. I skipped a thing. I want to get the items that are in here if I'm passing through. So we're definitely going to be finishing up in here somewhere, but I think that, which I do want to reorder the move so badly there, but as I just saw it, but okay, yeah, see this TM, super worth it. Even if no one can learn it right now, okay, well, speaking of, fire coverage for something that doesn't normally get it, we'll say yes, and I'll be finished here. So let's save. So to recap the episode a little bit here for my sake, we got a fuck ton of encounters, goddamn, and then we are in the cave ready to kill a bunch of people, and then we get 3 fossils, because 2 that we have in the bag already, plus the one we're gonna get here after we defeat Team Flare. So feeling great. Obviously the set punishment has not felt like a punishment yet. Will it eventually? I would bet that it will, but up to this point I basically feel like the only punishment was Arceus giving a Clawitzer the ability to Dragon Pulse and Aura Sphere my team away at such low levels, was like the only divine punishment I faced, whereas the man-created punishments have not really come into effect for me. However, I'm hoping that's not the case for the other 2, which in fairness I've already seen. It has affected their runs, so I think that's enough monologue at the end. So hopefully we spin all 3 rewards and none of the punishments is the best case scenario. The more realistic is I'm expecting to have another punishment come next time around, so hopefully we can adapt and we can keep on moving along, because we're just speeding through and our levels are across the board very good. So I am very happy with how it's gone so far after the rough start. So I will thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.